Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over the finals match versus Stmn in the second season of the Queso Cup. So let's hop straight into the action. All right, guys, hopping into the first match here. So the bans are going to be Gene Bell from us, and they're going to be banning Max and Sprout. So pretty normal bans for the most part. And anyway, we're going to be hopping in with a Lou Amber Stu comp, and they're going to be going Lou Carl Stu, which I found a little bit interesting that they went Carl with Stu in play, just because Stu is very good against Carl, but it didn't really bother them too much. It ended up working out pretty well for them. And we are slowly taking a lot of damage from OG here at the start of the game, which is kind of unfortunate. I was trying to take out their Stu gadget, which would stop their speed. And you can see I miss it so many times and then take way too much damage. OG already has his super, and I still didn't even take out the gadget. So the Lou super on this map is absolutely insane. You can see here we're struggling to move around it, and I actually just walk in it by accident, and he gets more damage onto us. But I finally get my super, so we're looking a little bit better here. But again, so far not too great. We do use the super to get some control, but for the most part, it is not looking good, especially with Zulon going down on that left side. It is a little bit harder for him on the left side compared to the right, just because Zar has that grass to come out of. But either way here, we're going to be switching the Stu onto the Carl, which we should have been doing as fast as we could. And so, Bobby's going to go in, do a ton of damage to us, which is going to basically let us go down to Zar there. And again, they are collecting a ton of time. They're playing very well overall, and again, OG is getting a ton of supers, making it really hard for us to push up the map. And Zulon's going to be playing super aggro, getting that kill onto Bobby, but I believe he's going to go down here from OG. But again, now we have some control. We're getting some time back in this game. We are still down 30%, and you can just see here where Carl just goes in. We try to gadget some of the damage before we stunned him, but again, not really working out in our favor, and they're going to be taking us out pretty easily. And again, now they have another Lou super, which is going to catch Tyrant, and you can see it's really hard to work around these supers. We placed our super because we were a little bit worried that they're just going to get too much time and the game would be over too quick. So we had to make sure that they get out of the zone here, and we are still down a decent amount. 30% is a lot in hot zone. And again, OG with another super. So this game is looking really rough. We get another super, but we're running out of time. They can just stack the zone, and they are going to get that first win. And so let's hop in the next one. All right, hopping into this second game, we decided to stay the same comp, but I kind of regret it a little bit. I actually really like the Ruffs pick. We talked about it a little bit here. They ended up going with Ruffs, and basically Ruffs is just really good versus, most of the brawlers in the game right now. Ruffs is really good against Lou and Stu. And with his sandbags, and he's just going to place it mid for OG half the time. It's going to be really hard to take those out and also kind of, hold the mid down. But either way, so far, again, very stalemate at the start. But again, it's just who can charge their Lou super faster. And I'm not going to lie, OG definitely charged his faster than I did. So again, we are not going to make excuses. We were losing the mid in this first set. But either way, guys, we're only down 10%. The game is by far not over, but they start to get the Ruffs power-ups, which is going to make it a lot harder for us to win the lane now, especially since he has more HP, he does more damage. But, we are just pushing up the map. So we finally got some control here. I do have my super. We are gaining some time. But again, those sandbags you can see in the top right are causing a lot of trouble for Zulon. We do go down there, which was a big mistake by us. If we stay alive there, we can actually collect a lot more time. Maybe even get another Lou super. And we could have snowballed this game a lot better. But that was a big mistake by us in this first little bit here. So again, now we are getting kind of pinched here by Zar on this side, which is really smart by him just to always push up, cause pressure on this left side. And the left side is really hard to win in my opinion on this map. So either way, we still have the lead technically, but they have a lot of control, and they are all powered up except for Zar. So this is where it starts to get really tough. And with Zulon going down, we are looking very, very rough at this point. So again, we are trying to make things work. With the Lou super coming out in the mid, they are gaining more and more time, and we go down as well. And now it's just looking really rough to come back. I mean, they have the Lou super. They're all powered up. This is going to be a tough game for sure, but we do have the Lou super. So we needed to get them out of the zone as fast as possible. And you can see that we are all kind of stacking mid, and that's because we can't afford to let them get that much more percent, because otherwise they're just going to just hold it for a couple of seconds and win the game. So you see all of us trying to play aggressive, and we get caught in the Lou super, and now here there's nothing really we can do. We can't push up through the loose super, otherwise we're just going to go down. So we had to wait it out a little bit while trying to hold them back, and Tyrant does a good job of, you know, keeping them low as much as he can. And you see Zulon just comes back mid as much as he can because, again, they're only 11% away from winning. If we get out of the zone and let them get in, it's going to be over, kind of like what they're doing right now. They get into the zone, we drop the super, but they only need 4% left. We're doing everything we can. We're just running in, trying to hold it as much as we can. Zulon's going to get a nice couple dashes onto Zar, but unfortunately going to go down. They only need 1 more percent. We are trying our best, but we could not hold that. All right, so we are going to lose the first set on Ring of Fire. Now, this was one of the maps that we were struggling a little bit more on in scrims, so we weren't too upset that we did lose the set. We knew that some of the next maps coming up were our better maps, so we just, you know, kept our head in the game, and let's hop into the next set. All right, hopping into the next set, which is going to be on double swoosh. Now, we went with a pretty interesting comp. We went with Mr. P mid, and we're going to have Amber and Tara on the lanes. Now, the main reason we're going Mr. P mid is because, well, Max and Jean are banned, which are 2 of the best mid brawlers on this map. So, you know, you see them running Sandy mid, which is also pretty interesting. Both teams really don't have very good options to go mid, so, you know, we kind of had to think outside the box here a little bit. But either way, we were going Tara, you know, trying to counter the Stu, but unfortunately, neither team actually went Stu. We kind of went basically the same comp, except for the mid brawler. But either way, we are trying to charge our super as fast as possible. We do go down to OG and Toonie there, but again, things aren't too bad. They do have control, and it is not great position right now for us, but we do have our porters, so that is going to help us a lot inside this game. And luckily, that flame caught both of them on fire, so, you know, we are now able to walk up the mid pretty freely. And again, we are still losing 4 gems here by 4 gems. So Zulana has a nice bunch of flames on this right side. He's locking it down pretty good. And now Tyrant is probably getting a little bit closer to his Tara pull, and which is a huge factor inside these games. So either way, we are going to be pushing up as much as we can. We do not want to let them get too many gems. And we're going to be using the Porter Reinforcement one. I think that's what it's called, where you just power up the Porter and it gains more health and damage. It's actually, I think, a little bit better than the other one at this point, just because the other one got nerfed and it, you know, it can just get taken out in one shot. But either way, they got their Sandstorm now, so we have to be careful. We don't really know where they are, so you can see sometimes we're probably just going to shoot mid here. Zulon gets a nice spot onto Toonie, brings him down pretty low, and now Bobby has super, so we had to be careful here. Bobby does go for the pull, but he gets taken down before he gets to take us out, but they do have 9 gems, so it relieved enough pressure for them to grab that gem. And right here, we know we have to push up. If they grab this gem, it's pretty much game over, so we're pushing as much as we can without taking too much damage. We get another porters, and again, very close game so far. We have 8 gems, they have 9, and we are tagging them as much as we can. That flame luckily catches Toonie on fire, as well as Tyrant's going to get a pull on OG, take him down, and Zulon is going to do a great job on this right side, taking down Bobby as well. And now we have the countdown, but they can reset. We still need to hold mid for sure here, and we do get this 11th gem. I believe this is enough to win the game. Tyrant's going to get a nice double pull, basically securing the game. There's no way they really come back, so we are going to win this first game, a gem grab. Now let's hop in the next one. All right, hopping into the second game of double swoosh. Now, we did switch up a little bit here. We did end up going Stu instead of the Tara, just because we felt like they were probably going to switch off Tara as well, and Stu is still very strong, so, you know, you never can go really wrong with Stu. And I like what Zulon did here at the start of the game. He kind of just ignored his left lane and snuck up onto the Piper, which ended up getting us a kill really early. Unfortunately, we didn't really get too much out of it, even though it was a nice little play. But, you know, either way, we are still 2-2 in gems, I believe, here. And Zulon's going to keep playing aggro, which he should. And he's doing a good job. Even though he does go down, that is his job, is to cause a ton of pressure. And again, Bobby is going to be able to push up onto Tyrant. It is a tough lane for Tyrant to hold against a Piper, especially now since he has no cover. But he's doing as much as he can here. And Bobby is kind of low. So again, we are, you know, pushed back here. But again, Zulon is doing what he's got to do. Play a little aggressive. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the kill on Toonie. And we overstep here. We kind of get caught on fire. And you see we get taken down by Toonie. Big misplay by us. Honestly, we did not want to go down there. But either way, our team is, you know, holding it down. So we're not out of this game just yet. But it's really unfortunate that Zulon picked up those gems, because now he can't really play as aggressive as he would have liked, which is, you know, totally against what we wanted to do with the Stu playstyle. But either way, you know, it is what it is. So we are still looking to get control in this mid. Now, Tyrant is having a hard time against Bobby as Piper, and that's to be expected. And so we are kind of just trying to, you know, maybe we thought about going all left and that way we can kind of, you know, play our distance at Piper instead of trying to, you know, fight Piper in this open lane, which is really hard to do. And there you see Bobby's going to get a nice curve onto Tyrant, making him low, but we are trying to contest there, so he gets that gem. We needed to get that gem, and unfortunately Bobby just gets out with 980 HP. I think we were a little bit too slow to pull on the trigger there, but either way, they have the 10 gems, so we need to reset somehow, and Bobby is really low, so we are going to go for Bobby here, but we aren't going to be able to pick up that gem. We do get the kill, we reset the countdown, but there's no way for us to pick up that gem, and now Toonie has all 10, and unfortunately, we still don't have enough gems to reset the countdown, so we need one more kill, and we do need to kill Toonie. And unfortunately, Zulon goes down there, and basically at this point, there's no really chance of us killing Toonie unless somehow we just, you know, get a little bit lucky there. But they are going to win the second game, so very smart pick by the Piper onto the Amber. I think that was a great pick by them. So let's hop into the third game. All right, hopping into the third game on Double Swoosh. Now, we decided to just go for it. Now, we went Mortis, Rosa, Sandy, and to be honest, it was very risky just because Stu is still in play, and Stu does so good against Mortis and Rosa. So you see that Tyrant and Zulon are just going to play super aggressive, and that's their job. Unfortunately, they both go down, but it's not too bad because we get the first 3 gems at least, and they're just going to keep going. They're just going to keep going aggressive as soon as they get a chance. And you see, we do unfortunately have to take out the porters for our teammates because, well, Zulon can't really take them out. Bobby's going to go in. He's going to get taken down pretty easily there, and we are going to charge our supers a little bit. So, again, once we get this Sandy super, it's going to be very good for our team. Our team is going to be able to push up in the Sandstorm very easily. So we are trying to take out these porters, which we do. And Bobby's going to get a nice gadget super onto us, taking us out there. He unfortunately got super when I wasn't expecting it. And we get taken out. We lose all the gems. So this game is looking extremely rough because of a huge mistake by us. Felt so bad, honestly, in this game. I thought, wow, if I really threw this, this would be unfortunate. But we knew that we could come back. Zulon's going to play aggressive. This comp is very strong versus their comp. So we knew we could come back. But either way, we are still down 6 gems, 5 now. And again, we are trying to still keep that aggro with the Mortis Rosa, but it is a little bit tougher now because if they only grab 2 gems, they get the countdown that they need. But Tyrant is doing a great job. You see that Bobby goes in, but he gets taken down pretty easily. But OG sneaks in and grabs 1 gem. So now they are only 1 gem away from, you know, winning this game, basically. But again, Tyrant is doing a great job holding this right lane with his super, and Zulon is looking to get in there as soon as possible. He unfortunately picks up this gem. This is very, very dangerous when him going in here. If they take him out and he loses that gem, that's basically game over. Luckily, I just barely dodged those flames, and I get out with that gem, and now we are only down 2 gems. So Tyrant is doing a great job up in their zone, or up in their base there, getting 1 kill, but unfortunately, he's no way he's going to be able to make it out. So, but either way, that caused so much time. Zulon's going to get a kill on the left, grabbing 1 more gem. So we now have 10. We only need 1 more to win the game. Zulon is getting a nice couple bats, but he gets taken out. So again, this is pretty chaotic. Everybody's just playing super aggressive here. Tyrant is just going in now. Everybody's just playing, you know, super aggressive like our comp is meant to do. Now, we do get caught on fire, but luckily we can just go asleep. And we get another gem here, so now they can't come back. We're just going to be running away with a couple seconds left in the game, and we're going to be winning that 3rd game, so 1-1 in sets. All right, so hopping in, technically the 2nd game of Brawl Ball since we tied the 1st game, but you guys didn't really miss anything. We had to stay the same comp, same gadget, same everything. That is the rules of the Queso Cup, so no one switched anything, and either way, we are going to be playing on Backyard Bull again. So this is a pretty stalemate map until, you know, someone gets a kill or something goes down, but either way, we are going to be just poking away, trying to charge our super, get some shots, poison them a little bit here as Crow, and OG's going to be able to push up with his flames here. So we are put in a really weird spot. We do slow Bobby that way to try to relieve some pressure, but OG is just going to be able to take us out here with a nice little kill, and they're going to be pushing up this left lane, and we are going to be struggling to take them out. Nice shot by Zulon. Unfortunately, he just gets caught by the fire, so he's going to go down, and now this gets pretty chaotic. We try to grab the ball. We knew he was going to pass. We caught the ball, but again, Stu almost scored that goal. I honestly didn't really know what was going on in the scenario. So many supers, everything was going pretty crazy, but we get the ball out. That's what mattered. And either way, we're going to be, again, pushing up now, trying to break this wall so they lose the speed. And they're just going to place it on the other side. But at least now we have a wall broken. Now we can actually push up on this right side. And we're going to be looking to keep tag. So we keep tagging OG, but it's kind of the same thing. He's just tagging us with his flames. Now, that was a terrible jump, guys. Not going to lie. No idea what I was doing. Jumped in on the Piper. I got absolutely deleted. And now we put our team in a 2v3 scenario. So a little bit unfortunate there. And Zulon is put in a pretty hard spot. And he gets shot by Bobby. But again, that's probably because of my fault, my terrible jump here. But now, again, we are put on the back foot, so we're going to be slowing OG. Tyrant gets a nice kill onto Zar, and Zulon's going to get a knockback onto Bobby, but he's going to live with 44 HP, and he's going to get that goal and super pass off to OG. So a little bit unfortunate on our end, but a very nice play on their end. So either way, now we are down 1 goal. We need to score, and we don't have too much time. 30 seconds is enough time for sure, but we are slowly running out of time. So we are looking to make a play here. So we get 2 slows, which is super nice. We get our super, and we're going to jump onto OG, which is a solid kill. Nice little opening. Zulon's going to get a nice snipe onto Zar. And right here, we know we can walk it in. So we're just going to walk that goal in. We're going to tie it up 1-1. And with 15 seconds left, it's going to be hard for any team to score. So we're probably going to end up going in overtime here. And honestly, I'm not sure which comp is better in overtime. Probably ours by a little bit. But either way, both comps can definitely work in overtime. So again, we're just holding them down, holding down the mid as much as we can, looking for an opening. So if anyone gets a couple nice shots, so which we get shot there, so we got to back up, we got to heal, and our teammates do a good job of making sure they can't push up too much. And Zulon is going to get some nice taps, I believe. He gets a nice tap onto Zar and a nice tap onto Bobby. Now we can push up because of those nice shots. And now he's basically, you know, we have a very nice goal attempt. He's going to super pass it to Tyrant. Tyrant's going to be able to put that in. So again, that is all because of some nice shots in overtime. So we're going to win the first game of Brawl Ball. Let's hop in the next one. All right, guys, hopping into the second game, technically the third game, whatever you want to call it. Either way, we're up 1-0 in Brawl Ball set right now. And we're just going to switch out the Surge for the Roughs. We thought about playing this comp a little bit slower. This way, we can power up our teammates. And we're going to just be healing Zulon and giving him the power-ups, making him a really tanky Piper that's going to be super hard to deal with. They're going to switch out the Crow for the Stu, which I think was a smart decision by them. And basically on this right lane, you're just going to see me and OG just shoot at each other from max range for a long time. Nothing really happens on this right lane for a little while. And this is a very slow game because we went the Rust comp. Now, with the Rust comp, you just want to get powered up. You want to get more HP. And then once you get powered up and everything going on, you're going to be almost unstoppable inside the game. So we do want to bring this game to as long as possible, or to make this game as long as possible. And unfortunately, Zulon's going to go down there, so they do get a nice little bit of control. But Tyrant gets his power up to Zulon, so it's not too bad here. And this wall break actually helps us a little bit, even though they do definitely want to get this wall down. We are able to push out a little bit more because of that wall break. So either way, we do finally get going here. And Zulon's going to curveball the Amber, pushing them back. And now he's powered up. So now we're looking pretty solid here. And we are going to get slowed here. So we're probably going to get taken out. But we do take out Zar in the process. So we're not too bad, I guess. We do go down, but we take one out. And again, this is pretty slow game. Still, nothing's going crazy right now. And again, we're back to the Crow matchup on this left lane, where basically we're just going to shoot at each other from max range. You know, slowly charging our super. But either way here, again, so they do have their fire now on this right lane. So they do have a pretty good control on the right lane, but vice versa, we have good control on the left lane. Now they do slow us as well as we slow them. And their Piper is going to go down. So Bobby goes down. And now OG's going to try to take out Zulon here because he is powered up, which is a smart decision by him. We tried to protect Zulon, but unfortunately Zulon's still going to go down. And so Tyrant just has to power him up again. So it's not the end of the world, but unfortunately, but we would have loved that power up. So unfortunately, we didn't get it. But Zulon again is powered up, which is a huge advantage in the mid. So either way, now it's looking pretty good. We want to go to overtime with this comp, and things are looking pretty solid. So again, we are going to slow OG there. I thought we were going to hit Zar to slow 2 people, but we ended up missing, so we only slowed 1 person. And we are probably going to go to overtime with 7 seconds left. These games were super intense, you know, back and forth either way. And now we are starting to get powered up. So Tyrant gets powered up, which you love to see. And Zulon's going to get a nice shot onto Zar, bringing him super low. And now they're going to be looking... oh, beautiful play by Zulon. I couldn't even commentate it while it was happening. So Zulon super shot the ball and then sniped Bobby right before he caught it. Ended up scoring that goal, so they couldn't react in time. So again, very nice play by Zulon to win that game. So we're going to win this set. All right, hopping into the 4th set here. So we're going to be playing on Nuts and Bolts. And we're going to be going a pretty interesting comp. Well, at least the Sandy was pretty interesting. We go Barley Stew, which is pretty normal. And then we went Sandy to counter the Stew. But, you know, in hindsight, it didn't really work because, well, Sandy loses to Barley and to Carl, so not a great matchup, I guess, for us. Kind of a poor pick on our end, but again, we do get a nice kill onto Bobby, as well as Zuan's gonna get a nice kill onto OG there. So we do have full control, but they are gonna get the first bot. So it is, first bot is so important on these maps, in Siege especially. So we are up 3-0, but they're gonna have full control when we defend this. So we do have the Barley slow to help defend, which is nice, but we still don't have that great defense. So again, now we do only take like 20%, little 21%, excuse me. So we are looking to finally push back up the map, but it's going to be really rough because, well, they do have full control, and we are on a poor matchup. We're against Carl, and Carl just outranges us really hard here, and we have to somehow get some bolts to make anything work. We do go down to OG there, and things aren't looking very good for us, I must say. We didn't get any bolts so far, and they do still have full control, holding it down like they should be. And they're going to get this bot, and they're going to have a ton for the next one. So it's going to be really rough for us. We do have to make something work. Zuan is getting some nice tags here. Unfortunately, he goes down. If he gets those bolts, maybe a different story here. But again, now we are trying to defend this, which we don't have great defense, to be honest. We only have Barley, Sandy, and I think they're going to go all in here. So they do end up going all in, which is a smart decision by them. They could have easily held. They could have done whatever they wanted, but they're going to win this first game. So let's hop in the next one. All right, hopping into the second game, we like their comp a little bit more. So we decided to, switch it up, go for the Carl. And now this Carl matchup, we both spawn on the same side. We luckily get the first bolt just a little bit before OG. And now we are just, trying to win this lane, which is a really weird lane behind this wall. But either way, we are probably going to get this second bolt as well. So he does come on to us. We just get that kill barely. We live on 300 HP. And Zuan unfortunately goes down on this right lane. But still, we are holding down this left lane. And it's going to be a tie for the first one. So probably not what we wanted. We probably wanted to win here. But either way, we're going to grab that bolt with our super. Not sure if it was a good play or not. Either way, we do get the bolts. But now OG has a super over us, so he can kind of just dash on us whenever he wants. So we have to play pretty careful, trying to charge up our super. And you see right there, he makes the play. He dashes on us. And we got our super too late to do anything. So smart heads up play by him. And a little bit of a waste of super by us. But either way, we do have the bolts that we need. We are probably going to lose this. It looks like they are going to go for it. They're going to grab all these gems. Now, they could have tied. They could have thrown it. They could have done whatever they wanted. But they decided they probably could all in here, and I don't blame them. These comps are pretty decent at all inning. So either way, we are going to be down in bolts 12-7 right now. We're going to try to collect as many as we can for the next one. Zuan's going to be able to grab 2 on this right side. Tyrant's going to be able to grab 1. And now we have to defend this. We have to use every single thing we can to defend. Tyrant's going to slow the bot as soon as possible. And their main damage dealer, Barley, you see at the top of the screen, I kill the Barley, which is huge. Because if Barley's alive, I think they can all in and just win this game. Because Barley does so much damage to the safe. So they only do 65%. Which is, very good defense in my opinion. And either way, we're going to be holding down the mid as much as we can here. We know we're probably going to get this last bot, so we have to stay alive, collect a few more if we can, try to get some control in the mid. That is the main thing. If we get control of the mid, they're going to have a really hard time defending, and they're going to go all in. They're going to try to dive as much as they can, get more damage, so that way they have an easier time defending. And you see they do a pretty good job. They're playing it pretty slow, but nice shots by Tyrant and Zuan to hold them down. There we go. Takes out the Barley, and we can just ignore the Stu. The Stu can't do enough damage by himself. So again, we are pushed up on this left side. We have to make sure Tyrant gets onto the safe, and we are just, taking them out. And here we go. We're going to go all in with this 10 seconds left. Barley's going to get the super. We're going to dash in, and we're going to get the all-in push, and they're not going to be able to defend that. Pretty hard for them to defend that. So we get the second win into Siege. So let's hop into the third one. All right, hopping into the third game of Siege. Now, if we win this, this is match point for us. So if we win the Queso Cup for a second time here. So we're going to be dashing onto this bolt. Now, luckily, we get a nice spawn there. So we are going to be able to pick up the first bolt. And OG is not going to be able to get there in time. So again, now we're still on this car lane while our teammates are doing a bunch of stuff on this left side. Stu meta is kind of crazy. Dashes all over the place. But either way, OG's going to get the second bolt. And we're going to get tagged pretty good. So we kind of have to back up. He's going to win that lane for a bit there. And he's going to get 2 bolts to our 1. So, we could have played that a little better. But our teammates did great on the other side of the lane and getting some bolts. So we take out Bobby there, as well as OG's going to go down. So we do want to finish him off here, which Tyrant is going to do. And now we're looking to get a little bit of damage if we can. But we do just want to hold mid for sure. So you see that we kind of just held back. We get like 20% because of the Ike. because of the bot, excuse me. But either way, OG's going to come in. We're going to super him as soon as we can. And it's going to be pretty close. We both kind of like leave on the same amount of HP, but he's going to get stuck between Barley and Stu. So he's probably going to go down there, or he's going to at least go close to down. Now we're going to gadget in, grab that bolt, but Bobby's going to hit some nice shots, bringing us extremely low. We're trying to back up, trying to survive, and he just gets us on the edge of his range. So nice kill there by Bobby. And now, you know, things are going pretty crazy. Zulon gets taken out. Zarla's on just a little bit of HP. And again, now we get a push. Now we want to do damage. If we can all in, we're going to look to all in, but we don't have to, because 6 bullets is definitely, you can come back with 6 bullets. You can just hold control, win the third one as well. But we are looking to get some damage. And right here, we decided to back up. We decided, you know, we can hold this, and we get like, you know, 50% down on their safe. So we could even defend if we did lose it, but it would be hard to defend. So OG's going to go in the mid, trying to get some bullets. He's going to get taken low here. And now we're just, you know, slowly collecting the bullets. We need a couple more to end up winning this game. They're going down, so they have a really hard time getting any. And we're going to be killing OG. They're basically securing this game for us. They have no way of coming back. So we are going to win this third game of Siege, winning the Queso Cup for a second time in a row. All right, so we're going to be the 2-time Queso Cup champions now. GG's to Stmn. We always have really good games versus them. So again, GG's, but we do end up winning that. So if you did enjoy, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.